third time's the charm. First two outposts were not completely full, and then the first video I did also, I accidentally stopped it in the middle of it. So this is what I do. This is for the raid. Oop, I came down way too low. I'm hitting 28s. I'm using a combination of Seawolves and Kudas, and I come in from the northwest corner, top left. Normally I'm way more closer to the top left. I want the ships to stop moving. They're going to be a little on the south side. We do want to kind of stay in line. There used to be, remember the old grid line? There used to be a grid line that ran straight through here, and you just run down that line. That made it really simple, but we could still sort of eyeball it. So what these Seawolves have is, I think there are 3 Cutlass Missile 3s, 1 Cutlass Missile 2, a Hailstorm. The Hailstorm was for cargo. It's not for the raid. It has no armor. The 3 specials are Solid Rocket Boosters 3, Reactive Armor 3, and Guidance Scrambler 3. So the idea is that the Guidance Scrambler makes some of the missiles miss. The Reactive Armor makes it so that missiles that hit don't do as much damage. And then the Solid Rocket Boosters 3 makes it so that none of these ships will fire at me as long as I'm at my max range. And the ballistic guns will not fire at me. So the only thing that's going to be shooting at me are these missiles, which is what the other 2 specials are to help with. So what I do is come down, whack out each of these. So let me pause it for a second. I was helping somebody out, and they had Solid Rocket Boosters 2 on Cutlass missiles, and they were getting shot by the mortar from these. So just a note to know about. All right, let me just make sure it's recording. Yeah, I coughed while I was paused it, and I ended up clicking the mouse. So I'm having a rogue ship. Nice thing that the hailstorms were on here, because the big boat, the Dreadnought, it fired some mortars at me. But there's 1 hailstorm for each of the 5 Seawolves, so it withstood the single assault mortar. So then what I usually do is we'll come down to this one. It'll fire a little bit of this as it's doing it. Basically, to save time, I don't pay attention to this, because it's going to hit it on its way down here, and its way across here, and a little bit on its way up that way. So we come down. You see how some of them are hitting the water? That's from the Guidance Scrambler. It increases my evade, so we get some missing. So I'll pause in just a second, but what we're basically looking at is from the first turret, I'm going to lose 1.5 Seawolves. Okay. So we lost 1 ship. We have slightly less than half damage on another ship. You can kind of see it up there. I'm going to pull it down before I turn it in, because if you turn it from straight down here, this guy has a chance of shooting at you. See, we're kind of working on this thing as we're going across. Now the nice thing about during the raids, the Seawolves with no armor, they're instant repairs. So whatever damage it does, you know, I don't have to wait any time to be back in the fight, really. So now we're going to work on this one. Now, granted, remember, we're one Seawolf down, and sometimes if I'm really thinking about it, I'll make sure that the damaged one stays back and comes up late, so start shooting at a different one. Because what I have had is on, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15% of the times, I can actually do the whole thing with the one Seawolf fleet. But I can only do it if I actually balanced out the shots, so that when it gets up here, like all of them have like 25% of their life left, you know. But there's a whole bunch of them. You still got a bunch of missile shooting. As you lose them, you'll start to lose them quicker, because their volleys will be smaller. See, that you can really tell these volleys are smaller than what a full fleet of 5 would have. And pause it again. Okay, so now let's actually do what I was just talking about. Yeah, send the first guy up. As soon as you're pretty sure he's going to be the first one that gets there, send the other ones. What typically happens is I might take out half of this. But I think I usually have 3 ships going into this one and another ship having, oh, we're running out of time. And that happens sometimes too. So that happens basically either that fleet dies on that last thing, or it runs out of time, which is fine. I send it home. I send my Kudas in. This is something that's kind of been annoying me, is the ships don't always show up when I first load them, when they first come to the battle. As soon as they pop out of water, though, they'll be there, and then they'll even be there when they submerge. So what I found was, if I sort of come up in the middle, I'm going to keep going this way. If I come up in the middle and then come over here, so I'm not facing it, which is what I'll be doing for the bulk of the time. If I'm gonna get hit, it's gonna be on the very first volley, because that means my timing is wrong, and my timing was almost wrong on that one. But once I have my reference points, the timings get easy. Just wait for them to stop. See, right on this line on 28, you can just click it right on the edge of that borderline, and that's as far as you need to go. They pull back. They're gonna shoot off 2 volleys. Now, if they're not starred up, I don't know if they'll shoot off 2 volleys. That part I don't know. You wait for them to pop, then you can click it. And you wait for them to come back. If you get shot at, that's a good sign. If you get hit, that's a bad sign. You want to be right in that range, because if you don't get shot at, you might have been too far away, and you might not get close enough, and you might get shot at again as you're leaving. But I've only, since the race started with the Kudas, I've only been hit a couple times. If you only get hit by 1 missile, that 1 ship is an instant repair. It's like 4.5 minutes of damage from a single missile on a 28. A single missile on a 31 is longer than the instant repair. It's like a 12-minute one. And I did get hit by a 31 because I was just sort of messing around. Oops, I forgot to turn around. It'll make me talking and I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So my strategy is one fleet is an instant repair and the other fleet just doesn't take any damage. So I get to do the raid, not spend any money, and can get it all done in a much shorter amount of time. I mean, if you coin your repairs, you can get it done in a shorter amount of time, almost no matter what fleet you have, as long as you have something ballistic-y or something missile-y. I probably don't even know. I could just barrel on these. And then we just come down. That'll be a volley or two, and then we're done with that one. And then, as long as this doesn't take damage, I never dock it, because you have to burn the gunboat if you ever dock it and have to bring it back out. So that's that, and then we just boom. Okay. So where we're at. Why did I tell you to go home? Let's see if he goes home. There we go. Let's see. Nope. The game has been glitching a little bit. Let's do two things. Let's reload. So I almost have my quota. One more base and I'll have my quota, as long as I do the other multipliers. But 29. I'm at my quota, and I'm almost 30th for the sector. That is hilarious. There's two people that can already build the ships. Let's see. Ah, there we are. So I just come in here. Doom, 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 doom. I liked the way that the old one worked, where you could just double click, because repair and speed up are the same button. And then boop. And we're ready for another one. So that is what I've been doing. I can pop them right down here. Just bring that guy down here, and I'm done. So I've been doing that. Started that as soon as the raid started. Had to stop for a while because the raid kind of glitched up and had some problems. But that's my strategy. If I do a 31, I don't use the Seawolves. I just use the Kudas. It takes a couple engagements to do. The timing has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, I get shot. But that's about it. So talk to you later. Bye.